Hello, ladies and gents. I've got a couple more pages to read up. I just want to pick up from where I left off. So here we go. Module 𝗨𝗨𝗀𝗏𝗏, Understanding Politics, Ideas and Institutions in the Modern World. Terrorist Networks in the Global Area. Page 245. Take their own life and those of others. This does not explain why the religious terrorist leaders, planners and coordinators do not martyr themselves. Also, most religion-inspired terrorism is still about responding to political conflict and ultimately seeking political gains. It is easy to focus on religion as providing a justification when it offers an easy target to pin the blame on. But in practice, it is just an easy to see an explanation in the political ideals being fought over. I bet with a hefty dose of divine sanction. 3.2 Networks and Technology. Arguably, the technological advances brought on by globalization have allowed terrorism to become more pervasive in global politics. This is because terrorist groups have transformed from hierarchical organization with clear leadership and structure into networks. Such networks contain dispersed nodes that are held together by shared ideologies, doctrines and aims, and rely on technology to prepare for their tasks. This allows coordination and implementation for attacks to take place across the national boundaries since 9/11 and ensuring war on terror. Terror groups such as Al-Qaeda relied increasingly on the mode of organization. One of the advantages is that while a nominal leader may be present in a network, they do not hold such a degree of responsibility that at their capture or death would detail the organization's mission and culpability. Dishams, 2005. While states have traditionally held the ability to control information flows, the internet has now changed that dynamic. In early 1970, the Tupac Amaru revolutionary movement in Peru was using the internet to post its videos of communiques, and Al-Qaeda has arguably moved from a traditional, hierarchically structured group to broader community of practice, characterized by individuals, information exchange, Qiros 2011, the use of dead letters, saving draft emails and shared account email, increasing cheap available mobile communication, and advantages afforded by a new generation of web-savvy operatives have enabled such groups, a generation of 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗏 have enabled groups to continue activities in the face of their ever-increasing surveillance. Terrorist groups now offer slick production as a way of broadcasting their message online and to global media outlets, with social media providing the main platform for ever wider dissemination. Looking at the media techniques used to the so-called self-declared Islamic State group operating across Iraq and Syria, it is easy to see the law 2009 was especially prescient when describing terrorism as being a form of violent theatre, as highlighted in an introduction. A global terrorist network, Al-Qaeda case study. We have seen that there is indefinable periods in the development of modern terrorism that can be interpreted in a number of different ways. In addition, in recent times, it is evident that the advancements in information and communication technologies that may see as a key feature of globalization have enabled terrorist groups to reach ever wider audiences. To see how this one comes together in practice, we'll now look at a group that was one of the first to be considered a truly global terrorist threat, one whose activities not only challenged states within the Muslim world, but has sought to influence the wider Ummah or community of Muslims worldwide. The Al-Qaeda terrorist network was created by Osama bin Laden and Saudi-born ideologue who was behind the attacks of 11 September 2001. On the US, bin Laden, the seventh of 51 children of the wealth Yemeni builder, inherited an estimated US $300 billion and formed the group Al-Qaeda, whose name is Arabic for the base. Initially, the group brought together Islamic fighters dedicated to the Soviet Union. I'll stop that reading there. I do. How are we doing?